Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I have a question, okay? The question, it's pretty much the same question. The question is, should Mia Thornton apologize to Wendy Osefo, or is Wendy Osefo owed an apology? Okay, we did see on the previous episode where the ladies were kind of coming down on Miss Karen Huger. Okay, they were coming down on Karen regarding the situation with Sharice, and Robyn just pretty much tells Karen, after Karen didn't want to talk about anything regarding the situation, Robyn says, so you can apologize to the whole group, which is what Karen did. And Robyn says, you can apologize to the whole group, but you can't apologize to the person that you offended. And I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, I think that she should apologize to Sharice, and I think that Sharice also owes Karen an apology. But in the midst of that, Candace ended up saying, that's funny because a person can apologize to a whole group, all right, instead of apologizing to the person that they threw a margarita in the person's face or whatever, right? And I said, yes, Candace, clock, because the situation is very similar, and it's funny that Robyn is expecting Karen to apologize directly to the person that she harmed, but you didn't require an apology to Wendy from Mia. And I feel like Wendy is absolutely 1000% owed an apology. All right, Mia, you tried to deflect and make it seem as though Wendy was saying that your husband was gay when that's not what she said at all. I enjoyed the feedback between both of the ladies, and really more so coming from Wendy, primarily because Mia, you can't handle Wendy in a debate or an argument. You just cannot. A person that can recall events, pretty as close to accurate as she can. You know what I'm saying? You cannot handle that. Then you try to deflect, and the first thing she says is, "Oh, I didn't. I'm not sorry for what I did. You should be." You should be sorry, but that's how you are. And I just can't stand that. I love that Wendy called out the fact that, hey, you don't even know how to be a friend to your friend of 30 years. How do I know how you finna be a friend to me while Mia's saying, oh, well, I was trying to let you know about what someone else was saying about you. I was being a friend. Girl, you can never be a friend to me when we not friends. What do you mean? Girl, I don't like you like that, girl. Like, we not friends. Like, you acting like you doing me a favor. Girl, you were doing nothing for me. You were being messy. And it's just the fact of how you go about trying to change the story for me. You know what I'm saying? So I love that Wendy was pretty much, clocking her. And when I tell you, when Wendy addressed that situation with Mia, said you don't even know how to be a friend to your friend of 30 plus years, that said a lot, because Mia did not know how to respond in that moment. Mia was really just like, oh, girl, did this girl just clock me? She did. Clock is what she did. She clocked in and she clocked you. For sure, I was definitely here for that. Then she gave this lackluster apology talking about, okay, I'm sorry that I threw the drink on you. Now what? And it's like, I want y'all to stop overlooking the fact that this woman actually hit this lady with her purse as well. Like, that also happened. So that's two things that you did. And yes, you assaulted her, okay? And first of all, that lackluster apology, that was trash. You knew that lady wasn't going to accept that. And then it was crazy because Wendy's like, well, do you know what assault is? And she's over here like, well, do you know what defamation of character is? I know it very well. Girl, you over here talking to a political commentator. I'm like, she has it down packed, okay? And her husband is an attorney. She understands, okay, the assignment when it comes to that. She was not assassinating anyone's character. I feel like you about was assassinating her character, in all honesty, if you ask me. But you definitely assaulted her 1000%. And it was killing me that this debate was going on. And Robyn nor Giselle spoke up and said anything. Robyn, where was your voice, dear? Where was your voice in this moment when you saw that Candace called you guys out pretty much? And as much as you sat up there and have been very vocal towards Karen, and she said, hey, like, okay, this person apologized to the group because but didn't apologize to Wendy. We learned that they removed Wendy from the text thread. So Mia sent out an apology to everybody but Wendy. So Robyn, where was your voice at that time to advocate? Okay. And the crazy thing for me is, yes, Sharice and Karen, they argued, with each other. Some things got thrown out there. They both kind of said some things about each other. But Wendy was actually assaulted. So where is your voice now? Why did you not speak up at that time? And it's crazy because we see more and more how you're not looking good on camera. And it really makes you look bad when we reflect back on the interviews that you've done and how you tried to say that you were telling Wendy to stop antagonizing her because you were thinking about Wendy and her best interest and didn't want her to affect her career or anything like that. And it's just showing us more about how flawed you are than it is of Miss Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you really did enough in the scene, the fight scene, the argument scene, the assault scene, or whatever with Mia and Wendy. You really did enough then because you told Wendy if she's not going to fight, then shut up. Right, and that right there really was enough to damage, your image, character, whatever you want to say in that moment. Okay, damage whatever these stories are you're putting out here after the fact. That was enough to make you look bad. Now you're not over here using your voice to advocate and say just like you did when it came to Monique and Candace and how you advocated how getting physical and all of that other stuff should not be the case. Nobody should ever do that. Whatever. Now you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything. And I don't even know if you ever even apologized to Wendy. I mean, you did. Now that I think about it, at Candace's house, y'all sat down at the table. But it didn't go anywhere. And I don't think that you were genuine in that moment when you said it either. But shout out to Candace for calling that out at the table. I love that she did that so much. And I don't know if y'all saw Karen's facial expressions, but when I tell you I was catcalling, I was cackling to myself for real because Karen's facials was like, girl. I was like, well, she called it. Like, yes, okay. Miss Wendy and Miss Candace was definitely on point. I love that Wendy dragged Miss Mia, but what I didn't like was when Mia decided to walk off. I was like, yeah, walk off, girl, walk off. And Wendy started to talk about them being a success. She was like, are we successful? Are we this? Are we that? Whatever. Mia gets up from the table and talks about how one has to prove themselves. That really got me hot. I was really hot about that because I'm like, Mia, like, I really want you to chill out because you come into circles seeking to prove yourself. Like, that is your whole aesthetic, if you ask me. You were the one bragging about the amount of money that you made. You were the one talking about the different businesses that you have. Like, even your own friend has said that she doesn't know who you are because it seems like all you talk about now is being a boss or business this and business that. You know what I'm saying? And I like to see you in that business role a little bit when you were talking to your husband, but I don't like to see you discuss business when you're trying to SHI on other women and make yourself seem higher on the totem pole than they are. I don't really like that. It's like you could tell that you really need to continue the healing from your childhood because you do have a strong desire to be accepted by people, and you have a strong desire to prove to people that you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? We know that you were snatched from the company. Gordon's people put you down. I saw that you posted something recently making sure people knew that you were back in business because I believe you have 2 locations now that I'm sure are yours. And you don't have to worry about the family trying to come in and swipe you out of those 2. You know what I'm saying? But I just really want you to continue to work on your healing. Should you be on the season another season? Should you be on the show another season? I really do hope that we see you in more therapy. Okay, that's what I would like to see more of. But shout out to Wendy for holding her own and calling out Miss Mia, even though Mia was trying to deflect, talking about Wendy saying that her husband was gay and stuff like that. Like, that lady said nothing like that. And Wendy said that's your perception of it. That's what you're trying to put out there. That's your deflection. I was like, eat, Wendy. Eat, call her out, because she said, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry, I threw the water on you, I threw the drink on you or whatever. Okay, let's get to the real point. Girl, there is no real point. There is no real point. You could not handle the heat, so you threw a drink on this lady, only for us to find out at a later time that it ended up being facts. There was something going on, all right, where you brought another woman in, although you're saying that it wasn't Peter included in that. It's the fact that you confirmed that it was Peter's girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? So when Wendy says, just because y'all like to bring men and women into y'all bedroom or whatever, when Wendy said that, you pretty much confirmed part of what she already said. So what are we talking about here? In addition to that, you confirmed that by way of having a conversation with, I don't know if it was Giselle or Karen or somebody, and you said that, or maybe it was Ashley. You said the woman didn't touch Gordon, and Gordon, was just playing with himself or whatever like that. It was just more so you and her. At the end of the day, you brought a woman in, so you partly confirmed what it is that Miss Wendy was saying. So for you to try and twist the conversation and make it seem like this lady was talking about your husband being gay, yikes. Robyn, y'all not going to step in and check that? Robyn, you was also the person that disagreed with your own best friend, Miss Giselle, when she tried to put the lies out there about Chris, right? So you ain't going to step up and say that and clear up the fact that Wendy was not saying that about her husband? Oh, okay. You only do it when it comes to Miss Karen. Got it. Okay. Well, I just wanted to go ahead and bring that to you guys. I want you all to hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about it. Is Wendy owed an apology from Mia? Let me know your thoughts. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.